right, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday.
Good morning.
And that book there.
I just realized a mistake I made yesterday.
Yeah, today we are in part 3 of 4 of Jesus Dies on the Cross. Now we had a little technical error.
Yeah.
So the reading we're reading today
Oops.
is labeled for yesterday, if that makes any sense. Yesterday we read Mark.
Right.
Chapter 15, verse 33 to 41.
But I wrote it down as Luke.
We wrote it down as today's verse is Luke 23, starting at verse 44. By this time it was about noon, and darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. The light from the sun was gone, and suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down the middle. Then Jesus shouted, "Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands." And with those words, he breathed his last. When the Roman officer overseeing the execution saw what had happened, he worshipped God and said, "Surely this man was innocent." And when all the crowd that came to see the crucifixion saw what had happened, they went home in deep sorrow. But Jesus' friends, including the women who had followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching. Now the commentary. Darkness covered the entire land for about 3 hours in the middle of the day. All nature seemed to mourn over the stark tragedy of the death of God's Son. This significant event symbolized Christ's work on the cross. The temple had 3 parts: the courts for all the people, the holy place where only the priest could enter, and the most holy place where the high priest alone could enter once a year to atone for the sins of the people. It was in the most holy place that the Ark of the Covenant and God's presence with it rested. The curtain that was torn was the one that closed off the most holy place from view. At Christ's death, the barrier between God and humanity was split in two. Now all people can approach God directly through Christ. And we find that in Hebrews chapter 9, verse 1 through 14, and chapter 10, verse 19 through 22. So I think we've talked about that already, how significant that is, that the curtain.
Right.
I just can't even imagine. I don't know if there. I don't remember the layout of the temple as it was drawn out here, but so you had the outer court, which is for everybody, then you had one more courtyard in the middle where the priests were.
Right.
So the only thing that separated God from us would be the priest, because I don't think he could walk. I don't know if there's a barrier between the people and the priest, and between the priest and the most holy place. So I can't even imagine what the priest thought when that curtain was split, and you could sit there and stare right at the Ark of the Covenant.
Because they used to be so scared to go in there, they would tie a rope to their leg and wear bells so that they could be drug out if they was to die or pass out or something.
Right. See all that magnificence of all the gold and the cherubim, and I mean, I'm sure that way in the way back, the Ark of the Covenant was actually out in the open when David took it from the tent to the permanent palace or permanent temple, so everybody got to see it, but people haven't seen it for who knows how many years. So I think that'd be quite a shock to everybody to see such a magnificent thing.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that is gone, and Jesus is now our high priest and our mediator before God.
He's the connection between.
We no longer need that veil or the curtain or anything.
Right.
So, okay, well, we apologize for the technical error there. I hope everybody understands. I'm sure you're looking at the title and listening to what I said, listening to where I said and Mark. But I guess I gotta go take care of that before Jasper here gets too.
We had a predator in the trap.
Yeah, so I gotta go take care of that. Okay, hope everybody has a glorious day. We'll talk to you later.